Okay, Amanda, you there?
I'm just turned on Instagram.
What's going on here? Yeah, I'll show you something, Bipin. See that? Okay. That domain name is available. Can you believe that? Okay, now you work for the WFNS, or work with them. I told Barbara about it. I said, grab that domain name. And I told Ike about it, grab it, but I don't think anyone's taking it. I mean, of course, I can't take it because you guys have built up the brand. And if we went to court, they would just take it away from me and they would make me pay for your attorneys. You know what I'm saying? So maybe if you rattle a cage, you could say, hey, let's start our channel for the WFNS. And then, of course, you could hire me or someone else to run it. I would love to run it. But anyways, they have the rights to it, and so far no one's bought it. So anyways, just thought I'd mention that. Ahmed, how you been? You've been quiet lately. I see you've been offline most of the time. You're studying, got exams going, right?
Yeah, of course. I just, finished, you can say, a few days ago. But now I'm gonna, start again and, maybe stronger than the previous time.
Well, I'd love to televise you because basically what I'm trying to do, Bipin, is kind of change the format of a Zoom and have drug companies and medical device companies pay for the webcasts. Rather than having organizations like Yemen, whatever most of them don't have money, as you know. If I went to Nepal to the association, they don't have money. So we can use the model that medicine is made in using drug companies and medical device companies to pay for
Yeah.
the webcast. And then I don't have to bother the associations. And let me show you what I mean. Maybe I can get a screen share here. Let me get it to show you an example. Okay, here we go. Okay. You see, oh, you can't see the, okay, for some reason, do you see this, Bipin?
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah, for some reason, the resolution is not coming out. But this is essentially the idea of advertising the conference, putting the banner below. Now, Amazon and YouTube are starting to put advertisements on video. I'm sure you've seen it. But the way we'll do it at Neurosurgical TV, we'll have we'll have interaction with the vendor after the webcast.
yeah,
Just like a conference is in person. You go to the conference, you have the didactic and you don't have any distraction. And then when you walk out of the auditorium, you have these booths that you can go to. You don't have to go to them. So after the webcast, we're going to say we have SAMHSA representative here if you want to stick around to learn about it. So if I can make that stretch, man, it's going to help.
yeah,
You know what I mean? I'm
yeah,
gonna gradually try to incorporate it. Of course, if it works, everyone's gonna copy it. But I think that's where we're heading. Amazon's doing it. We're not going to be intrusive like Amazon. Amazon just interrupts your video. No, we're gonna have it at the end, and we're gonna offer the people there who are from the targeted audience, and they like to hear that stuff. They talk to reps all the time. So we'll give docs a chance to stick around and talk to someone. It's going to be a slow sell. I mean, you more than anybody know about mass behavior. To change mass behavior is hard. It's going to happen slow. But I think the trend is there, is that we're going through the televisation of Zoom. It's going to become more like television
yeah,
than your normal webcast. Look at YouTube's taking over TV. I mean, if they can take over TV if they want, they can just they can. They can just say,
yeah,
hey,
yeah.
we're gonna have all the channels on YouTube. So forget
YouTube.
about these cables, forget about all this other crap. Just get a good connection and pay this much a month. I mean, YouTube's a big player. So I think we're living in a great time, man. There's so much happening. I mean, I'm sure you're the same way. As you see stuff happen, you want to kind of divert and go and follow that, but you don't have time because there's so many interesting things that you can get distracted. And that's another thing I think will change. Like right now, as we're talking, it'll be like conferences are where people come early, snooze, chat with the other people, and then the conference starts. I think that eventually is going to happen. You can't force it. Like I can't come and say, okay, interact to the visitors. It's kind of got to happen naturally. Do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, yeah.
yeah, so people can come in before the conference to network. I mean, as a student now, this is so valuable. They could come in and talk to you. I mean, they don't realize it. I mean, they go to cocktail every day. They have a golden opportunity to meet you face to face. So come on. So there's going to, I think, evolve a pre-conference thing where people realize, like students will realize, hey, I'm going to just hang around. I might meet somebody. You know, hasn't got to that, but hopefully we will get there someday. So what you been doing, Bipin? I guess we'll find out. Ahmed.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I hope you don't mind if I butt in and comment, okay? After you do your presentation, but I'll be participating. Because this
Yeah,
is more
yeah,
Go ahead.
rather than being a formal presentation, I will just speak about that topic, selection of journal. And if anyone has any question, they can ask me, interrupt me in middle also, and
Okay.
later also, no problem at all.
No,
Because
no. Do your presentation. I didn't know how you were going to show. Do your presentation. You had one. Do your presentation,
no,
and
I have
after we'll talk.
I have not made the formal presentation, but I
Oh,
can
okay.
speak on. I can speak on that topic very well. As you know,
Yeah,
I am
okay.
doing.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't want to change your
So
plan. I didn't want to change your plans. Whatever plans you have, that's fine with me.
yeah, because of very busy schedule, we can. So okay, so let's start about the topic which we were planned in the last year, that our topic will be the selection of journal. How can we select the journal for our own manuscript we have written or paper we have written. So whenever we write any article or any manuscript, we should be born in the mind that the, this article, where it fits, which journal it fits. Because journal selection is a very difficult job. Whenever you submit your article and the first hand it is rejected, then you will be disappointed that my article has been
No,
rejected, and
don't.
it
They have
it
a
does not
saying.
fit to the journal.
They have a saying in sports. Don't play the
Yes.
game. Don't play the game before it starts. Hold on. Hold on to the
Yeah,
game
hold
starts.
on.
And
So
in
the
other
first,
words, don't play the game now. You're going to be talking about this when we start. That
yeah,
kind of, you know what I mean? Because you're going to repeat the same things, right? So
yeah,
I guess we'll just guide you. We'll just ask, we'll I guess ask you to speak about. We'll guide you essentially by
yes,
questions, right? General
yeah.
questions, and you just take it where you want to go.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, like we did last time. We didn't have a format.
Yeah.
We just kind of talked, and I asked questions, and then the questions I think that a lot of people will have.
Okay.
I mean, what you're doing is tremendous service,
Yeah.
and it's work. It's attention. I know you got to pay attention, and you got to be accessible. Uh,
Yeah.
so I know how that is. It just seems that every time I leave the computer, I get an important call, and that, you know what I mean. It's almost like you have to stay around. So sometimes that's our job. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, there's a lot of fascinating things happening. And it's kind of fun asking people to speak about certain topics that I think are important, especially in like AI and all this other. It's interesting stuff. Really interesting, man. And the improvements in saving work. Do you use AI at all for editing or for picking articles or getting information? Do you use it much?
Not so much because,
No.
but we use
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah, I don't use it much. I don't really, I wish I What I'm gonna do, I think, is really throw myself into it for a couple of weeks, slow down on the conferences, and really try to learn AI. So, you know, Bin Zhu from China says it's the future of neurosurgery, AI. He says that. I can't believe
Yeah,
it. I can't,
yeah,
and I mean, I'm trusting him because I don't know anything. Like he's big, and I listened to his words. And if he says that, it must have some merit. So he may be referring to the robotic part of AI. I can't believe the developments in robotics has made doing delicate procedures remotely. I never thought I'd see it in my lifetime. I thought when people spoke about robotics, how can you say that'll never happen in neurosurgery? It's too precise, but they're doing it now already. A lot of fine suturing with robots. But yeah, and there's a fine line you got to tread that you can't talk about things that are too expensive or people will never use. But it'll improve what we do, communication. It'll improve communication. And I'd like to learn more about what areas it's improving. Zoom. Zoom is on, I really trust Zoom to stay on top of things, to try to incorporate what there is in AI. Like look at the translation. And it's amazing what they've done. And I never thought we saw real-time translation so quickly. Have you been following that, the translation parts and the captions? The captions are very good. For
yeah.
me, they help reinforce what's being said. And for a person, you can put other languages in. We got a couple of minutes. We got 2 minutes. Okay, we'll put another language in. Let me see if I can do that. Russian. Okay, I'm putting Russian in right now. You see that? See, it's translating in real time into Russian. You see the Russian, right?
Yeah,
And I believe it's fairly accurate. It needs some improvement, but it's basically there. If you have a presenter that speaks slowly in English, you'll get a good translation in Russian. And that will bring communities like Russia that has been outside of a lot of technology because they don't understand English. Now, once you give them, hey, you can come to this conference in English and understand it, I think we're going to get more people. Do you know what I mean? Maybe, I don't know if that'll apply to neurosurgical cocktail about getting real-time translations and stuff. Do you get involved with that, translating in another language? No. You
no,
can,
no, no,
that's
no.
pretty well automatic, right?
Yeah. We will try.
Oh, oh, I gotta get that banner off and make people think they turn into the wrong channel. Keep it in English? Okay, someone requested. Yeah, okay, I just put it in Russian there to make a point. I'll put a,
Dr. John,
yeah, it's
can
in
you hear
English.
me?
Yes, Amit. You ready? Okay,
Should
ready?
you start now?
Yeah, ready to start? Okay, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Good morning, this is Dr. John Bennett recording, televising from Miami Beach, beautiful Miami Beach. We have the pleasure today of having the the author of Neurosurgery Cocktail. And everyone in neurosurgery knows what that is. And I'll let Ahmed do the formal. Ahmed is a resident. You're a resident, correct, Ahmed? In Yemen?
Okay.
Okay, I'll
Yeah,
let him introduce Bipin formally. Go ahead, Ahmed.
thank you, Mr. John. Here is Ahmed Al-Ghani, the president of Walter E. Dan, the Neurosurgical Club of Yemen, and I'm also executive administrator at Walter E. Dan, the Neurosurgical Society globally. It's my pleasure and honor to host Dr. Bipin from Nepal. He is a publication and web committee administrator in the World Federation of Neurosurgical Societies in order to present a lecture in research principles. Hi, dearest Dr. Bipin.
Hi to everyone, and thank you for joining everyone. And today we will discuss about the selection of journal, actually, how to publish and where to publish and when to publish. And this is the major issue whenever you write any article and you have to select a journal. There are different issues before selection of journal or before submission of the whether you have any, suppose for example, if you have a case report and you want to publish, so you should choose a journal. So before choosing a journal, you should have you should think that whether you have a sponsor, you have money to support the article, or you want it to publish free. If you want to publish free, subscription basis, or if you want to publish and pay and publish, or if you have a sponsor. If you have a sponsor, then the best journal to publish for case report you can, and the very cheap one is Surgical Neurology International. There are also other journals just like of neurosurgery, which you can pay and publish for case report. But case report is very difficult to publish in any of the journal. You can publish case report in JNS, you can publish case report in neurosurgery, you can publish case report in World Neurosurgery, ECTA Neurosurgery, or Journal of Neurosurgical Sciences. These the case report they do not accept. So you have to go to some low impact factor journals like Surgical Neurology International. These are paid journal. You have to pay for that. In Surgical Neurology International, you have 300, $400 you have to pay for one. If your article is accepted, you have to pay 300, €400. And there are other journal for case report is clinical case report. These are not the neurology based journal, but these are good journals, and they have impact factor, and they are in the PubMed. But if you are from the low middle income country, the clinical case report is very good to publish any case report very easily. They accept very easily. For low income country, it is free. If suppose if I am from Nepal, they will waive a whole fee. But if you are from America or Europe, they will charge certain amount. For low middle income country, if you want to publish case report, go to the Surgical Neurology International. You have to both pay 300, 400, or if you want to make free publication, then go to clinical case report. These are, and you can also choose other journals, just like Annals of Medicine and Surgery. These are also free for low middle income country, but all for Europe and high income countries, these are not free. They have to charge it. These are the case report scenario. If you have the review article, it's very difficult to publish in JNS and neurosurgery. So better to choose, if it is good and well written, then better to choose first the word neurosurgery, and then if they reject it, then go to the clinical neurology, neurosurgery, or journal of neurosurgical, or journal of clinical neuroscience. They accept easily, not easily, but somewhat easier than the neurosurgery and JNS. So for case report, if you have original articles, So you can better try to submit in word neurosurgery rather than first submitting in JNS or neurosurgery and then get rejection within a week, because these journals are very high journal. Usually I have seen that JNS and neurosurgery usually favors their article. Their article means they usually favors usually the articles from USA, and some big countries, some big people articles usually they favor. So if you are from low middle income country or from anywhere from Africa or Asia, it's better to submit first in the word neurosurgery. That is easily accepted, and the major issue is that selection of journal. Selection of journal, you have to know that which journal are there for neurosurgery and which will accept that, and where your article will be published freely, means free. You can publish it in it as a subscription basis, or no, if you have a sponsors. Usually sponsors are easily available in Europe and USA, so they usually publish in Frontiers and MDPI uh, by paying 3,000 4,000 euro. So that amount is a huge amount for low middle income country. We can't pay that amount for one article. You can imagine that how much 3,000 euro for of low middle income country people. So it's better to choose free journal, so that you can get through it without paying and without uh, getting. So if you have case report, or if you have your article is not so good and you first submit in the JNS, it will be immediately rejected. So you will be disappointed. So better to choose some low impact journal for initial purpose, and then if it is rejected, then similarly you can choose other journal like Brain and Spine. They will these are also in the PubMed, and you can easily it can be it becomes easy for to publish it. And there are these days there are so many journals that will send you email to submit articles directly. You have to avoid that type of journal. That type of journals are usually predatory journal. Predatory journal means they are neither indexed, they are business minded, and they will send email to you that Dr. Bipin, please submit an article in our journal. We will publish within a week, uh, and that type of journals are predatory journals. They have no impact factor, they have no value, they have no DOI, and you will be trapped in middle. Means that journal is almost useless type of journal. Neither they are in Google Scholar, neither they are in PubMed. So they does not have a peer review process. They does not send you your article for review to reviewer, and they directly whenever you send send your article to them with email, they will accept within 2 3 days, and you will become happy. They also charge certain fee for that type of article, like 3,000, 4,000, or $500 or euro, uh, and you will become happy that my article has been accepted. But later you will be disappointed that your article is not coming in the Google or PubMed or etc. And no, they have no value at all. So better. And if you are beginner, means if you are a medical student or some resident, you have to start with the case report or letter to editor, so that it will boost your morale to write again and again. So better to start from the case report or letter to editor. Whenever one case report or one letter is published, then then confidence will come within you, and then later increase your efficiency to say systemic review, original article, technical report, like that. So article publishing is very difficult. We have to be very careful from the predatory journals. And and you have to be command on that topic, so that whenever you submit the article, almost immediately the reviewer journal will send you for the reviewer comment, and uh, you have to answer that reviewer comment. If you can answer that reviewer's comment well, then it will be accepted easily. So it is very article publishing is not a simple job. It is very difficult job. You have to for better to make your article better and very good and well written. You have to collaborate with your friend. Collaborate means you have to include your friend who knows better on that topic. Choose a mentor who will guide on that topic. So, and choose a mentor who will edit your article very well, and who will help in the revision of that article. So collaboration is must. Like you can via through neurosurgery cocktail, you can make many friends. You can contact with many neurosurgeons to help in your article what you have written, and they can collaborate you, so that your article will also get through publication very easily. The collaboration is a very good for any article. Don't hesitate to contact your good friends and include your good friend in your article. Don't hesitate, include as much friend as you can in your article, so that it becomes a good collaboration with good friends, and they will help your article in publishing. They have better knowledge of how to get it published in which journal. So these days, the Ahmad, Ahmad,
Yeah, I'm here with you, sir.
yeah, you getting my point?
Yeah. There are some questions. Read
So
later.
whenever for any case report, just think that a case report is incomplete if you don't have a good picture, good and clear picture of MRI or CT scan, whatever image you have. You must have a good, clear image. You must have the histopathology image for case report. And it's better and very better that you have a table in that image, and table of summary of that summary of already published that type of cases. And uh, when you have table, figures clear, and histopathology report, post-operative images are also, you must have the post-operative images. If these are present in your case report, you think, and it is well written, you can even submit it in the new journal like JNS case lesson. JNS case lesson is also free for low middle income country. Otherwise, the article processing charge there is around $1,000 So if you have good case report, um, good case report means unique case which has not been reported anywhere. And if you have a good picture or image of the MRI, CT scan, whatever you say, you have the histopathology, you have the post-operative image, and you have the summary of all the cases published before, then you can go through and you can submit in the JNS case lesson. They will accept it. If you are low in middle income country, you can request for waiver, and they will waive it, and you don't have to pay that. But if you are from other country, then you have to pay 1,000 and or 1,500. I think their article processing charge for one case report in JNS, which is regarded as a very reputed journal for any type of neurosurgery article. But And you can also, if you are not clinically active in the hospital, you can make a survey article. You can make a survey questionnaire and you can distribute in the cocktail, and you will get the responses. But data are collected, and you can collaborate with many friends, and someone will write introduction, someone will write abstract, someone will write discussion, someone will write make a table, someone will collect the data. Then the huge data, a huge article will ultimately gather, and you can submit in journals like World Neurosurgery. So survey article you can make if you are not clinically active. And whatever type of article, if you have written anything, either incomplete or not getting anything, I am always ready to help anyone who knock me for help in any article. I'm ready for that. I'm always doing that and helping each and everyone. Since 2016, I think I started the neurosurgery cocktail. Since 2016, I am helping each and everyone. It was started when I was resident in Bangladesh. Now I am a consultant neurosurgeon. Think about that. It was started from zero. Now it has 35,000 neurosurgeons from around the world. It's not a simple job. I'm busy 24 hours in neurosurgery cocktail of each and every social media. Like you can say it is present in LinkedIn, Twitter, Instagram, Telegram. Telegram, very famous for the transfer of the books and PDF. Each and every books of neurosurgery you can get there. Each and every article you can get there. So it's helping each and every neurosurgeon. And because of neurosurgery cocktail, and because I got my popularity around the world, and ultimately I was elected just a few weeks before. I was elected as a WFNS officer of the Web and Publication Committee, and it's a big role for me, and it's a big job for me that has started, which I have just started. We will meet again and then make a plan for WFNS Web and Publication Committee, how it's going, how we can help each and every student and neurosurgeon around the world in publication of any book or any article. So it's not a simple job for any article publication. You have to be very cautious. You have to collaborate, and if a sponsor is available, you can think about that type of journal like Frontiers and MDPI for easy publication. If you don't have a sponsor, then think about the mainstream journal of any society, like in the word neurosurgery. You can say you can say Neurology India. You can say JNS. You can say CNS Neurosurgery, Journal of Neurosurgical Science, ECTA Neurosurgery. These are the reputed and top 10 journals of the neurosurgery of world. And Anil, I'm also seeing here, Anil Irigan is here. He is a good illustrator, and he has helped me a lot in so many articles. He draw very nice illustration for any article. So so he has made my article very beautiful. And because of the good illustration, your article becomes very nice, and that gets chance of acceptance very high. So illustration means you can hand draw the pictures of related article in your article and then submit it. So illustration is a plus point for any of article that makes your article very beautiful.
So your responsibilities are going to change from the neurosurgery cocktail, an additional role in editing. Wow, that's a lot of work.
Yeah, this is the World Society of Neurosurgery is not a simple. It's a very. You can imagine that it's a society world word Federation of Neurosurgical Society. Every society is attached with WFNS. So it's a huge job for me that has started, and I hope I can do that and I can improve that. We are thinking to improve the WFNS website to make it better and friendly for each and every neurosurgeon. Hope it will be done.
Yeah.
And then we will invite you again.
A challenge of that. Wow. Because I know the work that goes into editing and that. That's the unseen part that people don't see, that things you have to arrange. Do you know what I mean? The work that you have to do. Ahmed, any questions, or anybody in the panel want to ask a question? Or?
Yes, first of all, thank you, Dr. Bipin, for this amazing and fantastic presentation. And also thank you for Dr. John for this opportunity. Actually, I would like just to tell you that here in Yemen, we just make some groups, maybe 3 or 4 groups, as a research group. And each group has, you can say, 3 or 4 undergraduate and 2 consultant neurosurgeons as supervisors. So if we have, now we have some considerations and a unique situation as a Yemeni medical students and residents, that we are a low-income country. The data are not available and not accessible. So what is or what are the appropriate research method or type of study to make a research typically?
In initial stages, it's very difficult to start any article or any writing any manuscript. So better to start from the case report or letter to editor, I suggest. In that case, you will learn how to write an article. If you jump directly to systemic review or original article, it is very difficult. So better to start, just write a letter to editor or write a case report, and I can help you in many ways. And you can say, you can knock me anytime. I can do a job of mentor. I can edit it, and I can suggest you the right journal, right path, and I can also edit it and make it publishable. So don't hesitate. I suggest anyone or everyone to ask me if you have any problem of publication, or if you have any facing difficulty in publication of, or if your article is not getting published, or if your article has been rejected many times. Each and every article you have written that has right to publish, and I can make it publishable. I can publish it. Don't worry at all. Anytime anyone can knock me, and I will help you, everyone. Just your job is to knock me repeatedly, and I will do that.
Well, another thing else, now in terms of case report, can it has many participants at the same time or just one participant?
No. One person cannot write any article. Any article. I have not seen any article of one person only. Of case report. In case report, you can put a certain journal has certain criteria. Suppose some journal has put just five authors can be in the case report, but you can put as many as 10 person in case report. No problem at all. That can be published. Even
Amazing.
more than 10 can be published.
Yeah, there's Haroon has a comment. Do you have Haroon? Do you want to talk on camera, or do you want to just? Do you see his comment in the chat? Oh, yeah, okay. Yeah, Haroon asked for your email or WhatsApp. You've already given the email, right? I don't know if you want to put your WhatsApp number in the chat. Bipin, later, or can you put your WhatsApp in the chat? Would that be possible? Okay, any more comments and questions, Ahmed?
Let them asking.
Okay. Dr. Brainy, did you have a question? You had your
And
hand
one thing
raised.
for any article, one thing should be borne in mind that journal should be in the PubMed. PubMed is basic boundary and boundary for any article. If your article is published in PubMed, it is regarded as the standard article, and it gets a very good reputation. So first think that journal is present in the PubMed or not. Yes, if that journal is present in the Scopus or not. PubMed and Scopus is regarded as the standard. So you have to choose. Before submitting in any journal, just look the journals. Search in the Google the indexing of that journal. They will show you the journal is indexed in PubMed and Scopus or not. They are indexed in Google Scholar or not. So if it is PubMed and Scopus, then it's regarded as a good journal. So PubMed is the basic boundary for any article which shows that that article is good. So you have to before submitting, you think about the PubMed and indexing of the journal. Impact factor is one. Impact factor is other factor. Impact, if the journal's impact factor is good, your article looks good, and everyone will read, everyone will get it and appreciate it. So our index, impact factor, Google, PubMed and Scopus should be must for any good article. And there are one problem of the writing article is that whenever you start writing, you have to download many articles. So when you start downloading the article, they will start asking money for the money to pay for that article. So it's very difficult at this stage to pay and get the article. So whenever you're getting difficulty in getting any of article of neurosurgery, you can knock me, you can ask me. I need that article. I can manage from anywhere that article free. So it makes your path very easy.
Okay, Haroon has a couple of questions. Haroon, do you have some questions? He puts in, do you see the questions he has in chat? Okay, I have questions, but he can't write them. Are you there, Haroon? Do you want to speak? He says he has some questions, but he can't write them. Okay, well, anyways, I have a question, Bipin. I guess every country is different. To get a board certification in neurosurgery, is there a minimum amount of articles that one has to be a part of to get board certified? Do you know if that is a requirement of getting licensed or board certified in countries that you participated in a publication?
Yeah.
What is that?
The minimum, yes, the minimum you have asked the right question. The minimum amount of article one need is not fixed. If you are in government hospital, you need certain amount of article to be promoted in different step. From if you want to promote from assistant to assistant professor to associate professor to professor, then you may need certain amount of articles. Certain amount means certain number of articles. Just so some university has fixed that in low middle income country you must have the 4 or 5 article or some university has fixed that you must have the 20 article for the post of the professor. For promotion you may need 5 or 10 article per year, or for the duration of 5 years, like that. That are fixed in only in government hospital. For private hospital, that is not the rule. Whether you publish or not, no problem at all. Whether you can publish one article in whole life, that has not going to change anything. But so publication is not mandatory in public hospital, private hospital. It is mandatory in certain instance in government hospital and certain medical colleges, just to be promoted to their higher rank.
Mhm.
And in USA and certain part of Europe, to get into neurosurgery residency, you have to get certain amount of article to be published. So many of the students are publishing neurosurgery articles from the beginning to get selected into the neurosurgery residency there. But this is not the scenario in the low middle income country. Whether you have no article, you can be selected in the residency. That is the scenario.
Okay. Does the WFNS have a list of publications that they would give credit for publishing? Like, I'm sure they
No,
don't
no, no.
accept
WFN,
all.
no, WFNS has no role in anything. They are not
Okay.
going. They are not paying anything. They are not sponsoring any article till now. Till now, whether you
Okay.
publish or not, they have nothing. No such criteria has they have made it.
Okay. Okay.
Mhm.
Do you get,
I need to ask
go
something.
ahead. Go ahead.
Well, Dr. Bipin, now, if we, as a medical student or a resident, if I participate as an author in a case report, should I know all the details about let's talk about, you can say, scalpus tumor, rare scalpus tumor.
No, no,
Should
you
I
don't.
know all the details
No,
about that tumor and the approaches and technique, everything about that?
no. You don't need to know about that much. There are so many jobs in any of article. Like you can edit that article. You can you can make the data compilation. You can correct the grammar. Then you can participate in that article. There are so you can just write introduction only, and then you can participate in that article. So no need to go in detail about that article. Uh, no need to know too much detail about that. You can do different jobs in article, and that's
Okay, thank you. Is there anything?
I never did get hold of Haroon. He never did come back. He says he has a couple of questions, but and Nicholas Sirmos, a neurosurgeon from Greece, is here. It says excellent presentation. Okay. Okay, very good. So your life is going to change, Bipin. When's your first day? When's your first day of your job, your new job?
Yeah, since we are elected, we are doing meeting, and we are talking how to improve the WFNS, how to make it easy for the neurosurgeons around the world. We are doing meetings. Still, just 1 month has passed, and we are thinking to start different journals like journals of WFNS, and we are working on that. It may take time because we are new there.
So are you still gonna work full time on neurosurgery cocktail that's almost a full-time job, right?
You can say that it's open. I am attached to neurosurgery after 24 hours. Whenever someone knocks for something, I immediately reply and help them. Despite that, we have a lots of work of operation and clinic and hospitals that everything is going
So
together.
when you sleep at night and your phone beeps that someone posted, you have to wake up and answer that question.
Yeah. So in between, I woke up and see, and then again sleep like that
Oh, wow.
because
So you're used to sleeping short periods of time, 1, 2 hours. You don't sleep the whole night, obviously.
just like that, you can imagine it's very difficult job because you don't know who will post what thing there. So you
Right,
have
right.
to know.
Yeah. No, I notice things don't stay up long that aren't appropriate. I hardly ever see them, matter of fact. How
Yeah,
about you,
because
Ahmed?
because I select each because I have selected and added only neurosurgeons there. That's why.
Yeah. Yeah, but yeah,
Neurosurgeon and neurosurgery related residents and neurosurgery related doctors.
demographically, what does it look like for neurosurgical cocktail? The most of the users is from India and this part of the world of neurosurgery
No, not
cocktail.
only India. You can say that initially it were more people were from India, Bangladesh, Nepal, like that. But nowadays you can every countries are there. You can see all the Mexico doctors are there, all the USA people are there, all the European people are there, all the Africans neurosurgeons. You can't. I have already published in 4, 5, 6 articles based on neurosurgery cocktail.
Really? Well,
Yeah,
okay.
yeah.
Yeah, it took a while when you first started. I guess you never foresaw it would be a
Yeah,
full-time thing, did you?
I can remember you also when we were starting together, I think.
Oh yeah, yeah. Back in the old days with Google Hangout. That's what we were using. It wasn't Zoom. This is before. I don't think Ahmed even knows about Google Hangout. Do you know about Google Hangouts, Ahmed?
I don't.
No. Yeah,
What is it?
that was before Zoom. It was more difficult. I don't know how much you used it, Bipin, but it was more difficult than Zoom. Zoom was a snap compared
Yeah,
to
Zoom becomes very popular during the COVID times.
they were. Imagine that. Of course, he didn't predict that. The CEO of Zoom, but what a windfall for his business. Wow. Of all the times in history to start a video platform. Amazing. Okay, very good. Ahmed, anything to say before we wrap up?
I would like to ask Dr. Bipin about residency in India, Bangladesh, or Nepal. Now, as a postgraduate, or if someone like me, for example, has an MBBS certificate, can I register and submit for the neurosurgery residency directly without any, for example,
I
exams or
think
something?
I think you can't enter into residency in India or Nepal also because they have rules that in residency you have to clear the entrance examination only for that country only. In our country, in Nepal also, only Nepalese can apply. But I think if any other country wants to join, they have to contact their embassy. I don't know about that criteria, but when I joined in Bangladesh, there are certain seats for Nepal. So in that category, we joined there. I have no idea about the India that they will take other country or not. I think they will not take the residency.
Mhm. What about the fellowship?
What was that,
Can you hear
Ahmed?
me?
Yeah,
I mean,
can
asked
you
about
repeat that,
fellowship.
please? I think Beaver's getting a post on the neurosurgery cocktail. Checking it out.
Something wrong with him.
Go ahead, Ahmed. You had a question to ask?
I asked about fellowship in the countries that I mentioned, but I think there is something with Dr. Bipin. Maybe he is
Yeah,
busy or
fellowship.
something.
If you have
Mm.
already done your residency, then fellowship is not a big problem at all. You can get fellowship anywhere around the world. That can I help you? That I can also help you with in talking with the professors or mentors from anywhere from world. Like if you want to go to USA or Europe or India or anywhere near, you want to do anything fellowship in spine or fellowship in skull base or muscular, I can talk with that professor and they will happily take you. But the problem is that you have to make your expenses your own. And if you want to get a scholarship, you have to go through the WFNS. Go to Google and search WFNS fellowship and apply from there. Then you will get certain amount of money for your time period. But but if you don't want to go through WFNS, then you have to pay your own expenses. That is also a big problem.
Yeah, yes.
Certain places they manage accommodation, but you have to make your own travel expenses and lodging and fooding.
Thank you.
Okay, very good. Any more comments, questions? Okay, very good. Okay, I'm not jealous of Bipin of your hours you're going to be at. You're gonna forget about sleep or survive on just a couple hours.
No problem at all. No problem at all. So one day is not sleeping is not a problem.
Okay, very good. Okay, very good. Thank you very much, and thanks, Ahmed, for putting everything together. And we'll put
Thank
it.
you.
We look forward to doing more webinars with Yemen. You
Thank you.
guys are always appreciative, and yeah, we had a very good turnout today, and it's just good to have you guys on the net. So, okay, everyone, just hang around. I'm just going to turn off the recording. Okay.
Goodbye.